What up, folks? I am Ultrazilla, and yesterday I went to NYCC 2024. That's right, my zillions, the New York Comic Con 2024. And I want to thank my pal Heisenberg for giving me a free ticket for Thursday because I wasn't going to go this year. I kind of was just like, you know what? I need a little bit of a break from New York Comic Con after last year. But I really thank you. I had a good time. I was only there a little while, and this is part of it. I was only there a little while, like a few hours. Then I had to get out of there right away and go teach a class, honestly. But I do appreciate it. Do check out my video of myself and Heisenberg going to a bunch of different NYC stores in the lead up to NYCC that you're gonna have interest in, like a lot of Godzilla stuff in there. So do check it out for some of our thoughts pre-show. But now we're part of the show, and I saw a lot of cool things in my short time there, most of which you're gonna see in a full video. Well, not so full because it's not gonna include the stuff we're talking about now, but the rest of the stuff tomorrow night in a more traditional Ultrazilla New York Comic Con report. For this video though, I did want to talk about SH MONSTERARTS. More specifically, I wanted to talk about the GXK line, which for the most part is starting to drop now. Godzilla Evolved is most definitely at Bandai's warehouses, getting ready to ship out, or it might be already starting to ship out. So what we saw in person at New York Comic Con for Godzilla Evolved is final. SHMA and Scar King is next. SHMA's after that are dropping November, December. Scar King is most likely final as well. SHMA, I'm gonna guess, is final as well, though it's probably not at the factory quite yet, but it's getting there. So, and then we got Tsuko and Mothra, which are still a ways out, so there could be tweaks to this. But I gotta say, for sure Godzilla Evolved, for sure Scar King, I'd have to say, and probably SHMA. I don't think you can make any tweaks at this point because they gotta be packing that stuff at the warehouse, knowing how production runs right now. So that's probably final as well. So we got some things to talk about because it's been a hot button topic, and I wanted to give my 2 cents. Haven't seen what should be final product here because there's so much opinion on the side of it looks terrible that, you know what, folks that did order this stuff, they need something to be happy about. And guess what, guys, I'm gonna give you that right now. Alright, gang, so when I walked up to this part of it, I was like really taken back right away by Mothra. It looked really good, but everything kind of popped to me. And that got me really excited. I was like, man, I hope this looks as good as I think it does, you know, on second and third look. And sorry to anybody that was next to me. I kind of spent a little bit of time looking at these figures because I was like, wow, these look pretty good. Like, with the camera and without the camera. The thing that you see when you get here for real, though, is just how enormous SHMA is. She is a gigantic, and right away I was like, oh, thank God this figure is tremendous because it costs so much. SHMA and Scar King are, you know, of the 3 that are Bandai Premium, as well as Tsuko and Mothra, but I haven't placed, and I didn't place an order for them ahead of time, so I will wait on US for that, most likely. But the other ones, except for Godzilla Evolved, who are you seeing here? I didn't get a pre-order in on that right away. But Scar King and SHMA I did. And especially SHMA with that $240 price tag. It's actually a little bit less if you're ordering it from there. Was a little scary. But seeing it in person, seeing how big it is, just the size alone makes you feel like, oh yeah, this looks awesome. And guess what? It looks awesome. I really like how this looks. It looks like it's going to be a really fun figure to play with. The dorsal fins look awesome. It's just very cool. This pose for Scar King is pretty funny, and I'm still not 100% convinced on Scar King. We'll talk about him a little bit. And here you see Kong with the Beast Glove arm. We're going to talk about that too, because that was the one thing that was like a little bit... When I look back at my photos and my video, it made me pause a little bit, because I feel like the fur on the arm doesn't... It looks like the older sculpts of Kong and not the newer color. So we'll see how that works out. Hopefully it works out. But yeah, SHMA was the real looker. There is pretty good paint on that thing, but Godzilla Vol, guys, is one that I was like, okay, this is about to drop. There's a lot of hate towards that one, but you know what? This is looking pretty good. All the paint looked like it was in place. It looked really nice, honestly. From every angle, I was like, wow, this looks really good. I am not, I'm not hating on it. But yeah, let's talk about Mothra, because we got some pics here to look at. Mothra looked really nice. Yes, it is a repaint of the previous Mothra, I believe. But it's a really nice looking Mothra. Like, the wings are excellent. The colors looked fantastic. And, you know, again, that wingspan is pretty nice. I feel like the wings might be even bigger than the original. But I could be wrong about that. But it looked really, really nice regardless. Zuko looked cute. He looks a little bit bigger than I would have figured. He probably stands at about the same height as Little Godzilla. But he looked good. I mean, like, the details look like they were there, but we'll see. Like I said, these are a little further out, so But here's Kong. You can see that the fur detail looks a little bit different. And again, I didn't notice in person if that was the case, but this is how my pics and video both picked it up. So I will admit, not 100% sure. If you guys saw it in person, let me know if that's how it looked to you too. Scar King, I'm a little still unsure about the head sculpt. There's only one head sculpt right now to look at, and it's this one. It's okay. I feel like they did a lot of the same things they did with Kong with the mouth, so I'm not 100% sure. But Godzilla Evolved, like I was saying before, really, really nice, guys. I'm actually really excited about this. It looks like it's going to be a really cool and fun figure to play with. The paint was there, that kind of yellowish, like brushwork over it is all over. There's a sufficient amount of paint on this thing. I was definitely not disappointed in that. There was no part of it that looked weird or uneven. And if it does look weird or uneven in any part of this, remember, there's a lot of lights on these things, and they're flashing from all over the place, giving weird appearances. But, like, when you're looking at it with the naked eye, like, it looked really good, in my opinion. I feel like this is a good shot of it. There's lights still, but, like, I thought it looked very, very nice, to be honest. There's a lot of lights here. But, like, yeah, I was really happy with this. I thought it looked good. Like, nothing looked out of place. So I'm excited. Honestly, I'm really excited to check this out in person. And, you know, see if my copy, because that's the thing, right? Individual results are always going to vary on these things. But the one that was on display here was pretty decent. Like, I really didn't see much to complain about here. So, if they come out even, you know, like this, I'll be really, really happy. You know, there's gonna be variants, though, so we'll see how it works out. Hopefully, most folks will be on the side of it being good, like this one, because this one does look good. Now, SHMA, once again, there was shading on this figure. Sometimes it's hard to make out with some of these pics because they get a little bit blasted out, again, with the lights. But when you look at it in person, yeah, there's shading throughout. So that's pretty good. It's very light. It's a light gray on top of the white, so it's kind of hard to make out in spots, but it's there. You can see it in the face. It is definitely there. The crystals look awesome on this figure. I like the face on this one. I'll be honest. I really do. And look at these crystals, man. It looks so beautiful. Like, I think they've done a good job with her, honestly. I think she looks really, really nice. Like, I have no problem. Here's some more detail. The details are excellent. Again, you can't understand how big this figure is in person. It is quite cool. Like, I didn't know what to expect, like, honestly. Even with, like, the promo pics, I wasn't sure. But this one looked fantastic. So I'm very, very happy about it. I think all of this stuff looks pretty great. And I'm honestly looking forward to all of these. Like, you know, once they come and are in hand, that's a different story, right, guys? That's, you know, the thing with this. Like, you don't know how it's gonna go. These figures might fall apart. Individual QC errors, like, we've seen it all the time. I'm constantly getting into fights about whether someone's figure sucks and my figure is awesome, or my figure sucks and someone's figure is awesome. You know, like, individual results are gonna vary, but from what I saw at the con, I'm really excited to get these in hand, and let's have at it. Let's see how it goes, because what I saw, I really, really liked. And anybody that was at New York Comic Con, please chime in and tell us your take on this. You know, these are the takes that I value, like the ones where, you know, folks saw them in person and they could, like, convey their opinion. Whether you hated it or whether you loved it, let's hear about it, as long as you were there. Because even, like, these pics and videos, which I think came out pretty decent, don't convey the full spectrum of how they looked in the case, in front, with your own eyes, and not behind the camera. So let's hear some more opinions. Mine are pretty favorable. I think folks that ordered these from Japan and can't cancel them at this point, be happy. These are, like I said, more than likely the production run, and they look pretty good. And there you go, guys. That is my little SHMA GXK report. Stay tuned. More SHMA in my overall report of New York Comic Con coming tomorrow night. But for now, that is my special SH Monster Arts GXK report. Till next time, peace out, peeps.